What is good with y'all, man? It's your boy Unseen. We coming at y'all with another Daylyt reaction. You know the vibes. This one is called The Cure. So with a title like that, I'm expecting Daylyt to give us some solutions to all of the shit he talks about in his music. He provides so much subject matter, so many detailed concepts, and this one sounds like it's gonna be a direct solution. I'm hoping for a track that's going to give people hope and it's going to, put people on game for what they need to do next. Daylyt has got to be the best one there is. There's just no other way around it. I don't even have to go in depth on why I say that, because you will just tell from these reactions I do to Daylyt what sets him apart from any other rapper in the game. Before we get into this reaction to The Cure, if you guys could drop a like, you could drop a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. You know the vibes. Continue breaking these algorithms. I fuck with y'all. I appreciate y'all for all the support, man. Without further ado, let's get into the reaction. Let's go. I got the lyrics on screen, so you know the vibes. Let's get into it.
The irony of those who metal and earth settling cold. The men are rolled through every element stole. They still doing it. Who in the synagogue have sent God unmelanated? We celebrate the returns of those who burn us. I celebrate that Turner, nigga, turn up. Those who in a vegetable state gotta awake.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. He didn't even waste time on this one. He did not waste his time on this. He came straight into it with the word play, the syllable play, the subject matter. He's already coming with it. And the beat ain't even dropped yet. Like, this is just... I told y'all in the intro why I think he's the best. He's already showcasing that in less than 16 bars. Like, it's crazy, man. The irony of those. The meddling, earth settling cold. The mental roll through every element stone. Like, I just caught this scheme reading the lyrics back. He's mentioning the different types of elements and materials because the irony, which is iron, of those, the meddling, like meddling, which is like interfering, meddling, and also it sounds like metal, and then earth settling cold, which sounds like coal. Yeah. The mental roll through every element stone. Yeah. And then the mental roll sounds like mineral. Nah, that's a bar right there. Said, we celebrate returns of those who burn us. In and of itself is maybe he's referencing because like the return, and he's talking about like the gods and all these biblical concepts. So the return, people think of the return, they think of Christ, and he's saying we would celebrate the returns of people that burn us. Maybe he's referencing like the white Jesus, because white people and what they've done to melanated people, and that's what he even said in the previous line, have a sin god melanated. So yeah, he's probably referencing how melanated people are mistreated by the white people, and they get celebrated. The white Jesus gets celebrated for his return. That's what he's referencing. He said those who in a vegetable state gotta awake. Absolutely. When you in a vegetable state, you pretty much dead, right? You dead inside. You gotta awake. That's like a metaphor for describing people who aren't woken up yet, for people who are still in that lowered state of consciousness. Pretty much for the bots, right? They're in a vegetable state. Like, they just not doing shit. They're absolutely useless, right? I was once that. We were all once bots. Everybody who's awake now, you were once in that state. So that's what Daylyt is saying. We gotta wake up and reach our true potential.
Gotta awake inside of me. Oh, this what got you awake. Got you a lake full of mako sharks. Take 5. How you do this? A Hindu god couldn't boo this. Got an army, nigga, figure I warn ya, cause
Yup. Got you in a lake full of mako sharks. Take 5. And take 5, like take 5 minutes, right? Take 5. That sounds like tank 5, like a shark tank. Nah, that's a bar right there. And then he said, how we do this? A Hindu god couldn't boo this. And it sounds like Buddhist. A Hindu god couldn't boo this because a Hindu god wouldn't hate on this, right? He wouldn't boo this. And then Hindu and Buddhist. Yup. Low-key waiting for this beat to drop, but I don't know if there will be one. So he might just be rapping over this loop for 4 minutes straight. And once again, it just goes to show he's focused on the message here. He's focused on the bars. Let's keep going.
Got an army, nigga, figure I warn ya, cause TikTok popping at the time, we are out of time. Don't be in a large group, virus is the issue, this how it get in our tissue, and you out here getting tissue. I have issues with those who ended in ish. Kind of my kind, but it's iffy, I hope you get me. Show no.
When did this fucking song come out? That's the real question, because he's speaking some relevant shit right here. He's really talking, he's telling y'all what's going on right now as we speak in this Matrix. This came out in March of 2020. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. This is right up my alleyway, man. This is current events right here, baby. Come on. Said, got an army, dude, I warned you, because TikTok popping at the time we are out of time. That's a bar right there. TikTok is popping. Like, TikTok is the new thing, right? TikTok, the app, is popping at a time where we don't really have a lot of time before some crazy shit goes down. And TikTok references time because a clock is ticking, TikTok. And also, like, think of it as a bomb, right? Like, there's a bomb about to go off. Like, we are out of time. Like, the bomb is ticking. Man. And he's right. We are out of time, bro. People really got to wake up. That's the cure that I'm sure Daylyt is getting at, is people got to wake up and realize the agendas that are being waged against us. We're getting all of our freedom stripped away from us. We're getting, you know, the new normal is upon us. Literally. It's now officially been a year since this track came out. This track came out on March 15th, 2020. It said, don't be in a large group. Virus is the issue. This how they get in our tissue, and you out here getting tissue. Man. If that ain't the fucking truth right there, if that is not the truth, don't be in a large group. Oh, don't gather. Don't gather. You'll get sick. Even though that's been a thing for all of humanity, is you get sick naturally, you fight it off, and you survive, and you build your immunity. You eat a good diet, and you don't got to worry about the question of gathering in a large group. But right now, oh, that's the thing you can't do. Yeah, you can't do that. Virus is the issue, right? That's like the whole thing. Virus and issue are like two ways to describe something that are like a nuisance to you. Like if something's an issue, you can say it's like a virus, right? So yeah. And then this is how they get in our tissue. Because he's talking about viruses, and viruses enter your body, and tissues, or your body is made up of muscle and tissues, right? So this is how they get into our body, right? This is how they get into our body. And also with the propaganda, this is how they get inside of us, is they tell us not to gather in large groups. This is how they get inside of the human mindset. And then he's saying, and you out here getting tissue. You out here getting all the toilet paper, like when, because this song was in March of 2020, right? That was the thing. You was getting toilet paper. People was mind controlled to get toilet paper out of all things. I wonder why. And I know why, but like I said, a lot of this shit that goes down is done by a script. It's coded. A lot of things are coded by the numbers. If you study numerology, you know what I'm talking about. You out here getting tissue. You out here getting the toilet paper. So that was the whole thing. So let's keep going, man. I'm excited for what Daylyt's got to say now. Now that I know this is a recent track.
With those who ended in ish, kind of my kind, but it's iffy, I hope you get me. Show no sympathy, trumpets the symphony of a symptom. Who sent them? Oh, this a epiphany. History repeats, so I'm immune to what they did to me, so I'm never doomed. But I get it. Just when niggas was about to wake up, it's the panic button so we could break up.
Facts. Yo, that is the biggest facts I've ever heard in the last year. That has got to be it right there. That sums it up. That sums it up right there. Man, I'm still trying to process that bar that we're saying, the symphony, the trumpets, because I think the trumpets could reference Donald Trump, because this was going on when he was president. Saying show no sympathy, trumpets, the symphony of a symptom, who sent them. That in and of itself is such a complex a use of alliteration right there. So I'm like still trying to wrap my head around it. We're talking about symptoms. They're saying it's like an asymptomatic thing, right? You show no symptoms. He was saying show no sympathy, because right now people don't have any fucking sympathy for each other because we're so divided, physically divided, 6 feet apart, right? So maybe that's what he's referencing. And history repeats, so I'm immune to what they did to me, so I'm never doomed. That's real as hell. History repeats. History is always going to repeat itself. If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it. That's the entire thing right there. And he's saying, so I'm immune, meaning, because we're talking about the virus, right? And the immune system is supposed to help you fight off a virus. But, you know, that's never going to be in the news, right? Because it's always, oh, wear this and take this. It's never, oh, get you some black seed oil, get you some superfoods, get you some chlorophyll, you know, really invest in your diet. No, it's never that. It's always wear this and get this. He's even telling you in the next line after that. He's saying that I'm immune to it because I studied this shit. I studied history and I've realized like that I'm not going to repeat it. So I'm immune to it. He even said it now after this line. He said, but I get it. Just when dudes was about to wake up, they hit the panic button so we could break up. That's the biggest facts of all time right there. The age of Aquarius is literally upon us. And I woke up in December of 2019. 2-3 months before this shit hit. So I know this on like a personal level, man. I like feel this one so much, like, because I woke up right before this happened. I'm like, holy shit, so many people are going through what I'm going through. And this was in like January 2020, right before Kobe and everything, right? I'm like, holy shit, bro, I know people are gonna start waking up. This is the year. Like, this is the year. And as soon as people started, they hit you with this bullshit. So they get you attached to the matrix and they divide people. So we break up, literally physically break up. And also, like, as humans, we break up, we get more divided in terms of our beliefs and everything, ideologies again. And it's just the whole finesse like coming at us right now that we're still living through. It's insane how people still can't see this, bro. Let's keep going.
Wonder why I wasn't sad at the Kobe shit. He probably got the scoop, so the homie did.
I just talked about it.
Y'all forgetting the factors. Tom Hanks is an actor.
Big facts.
Cast away all demons of the past for Lysol. They squabbing Lysol the problem. Clean.
Yup. The Lysol. That was the whole thing. Like the Clorox, the Lysol, spray everything down. Yeah, that shit. That's a bar. But you know, I was telling you the study of numerology, and if you know how this shit works in the matrix, then you know everything's ran by a code. It's ran by numbers. More importantly, it's ran by gematria, which I'm now mentioning for the first time on this channel because it's very, very controversial when it comes to like censorship on this platform. And I'm not really going to get too much into it, but it's pretty much just the ancient study of coding letters into numbers, like A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3, all the way up to Z, the 26th letter. So he's saying, I'm wonder why I wasn't sad at the Kobe shit. Probably got the scoop, so the homie dipped. Because when you are a part of these clubs, like the elite, like being the celebrity, the basketball player, you know, in all of these deaths, the Kobe shit, the Tom Hanks thing, those were all rituals that are synced with this numerology, the gematria. They all are synced up and they're ritualistic. I felt the same way. I wasn't like completely sad about the Kobe shit. I learned about gematria when Kobe passed away. So when I first learned that Kobe passed away, I'm like, holy fuck, like, god damn, that dude's a legend. But then I found out the truth about it, and then I'm like, oh shit, then I guess I shouldn't even be that sad. Like, this dude probably knew. And his death has been foreshadowed in so many different things. And he's saying, y'all forgetting the factors. Tom Hanks is an actor. There's so many. There was a ritual with Tom Hanks. I believe he was in a movie that literally was, the plot was about a virus infecting the population. Like there's so many like coincidences that line up with these guys. And that's what I'm saying is Tom Hanks is an actor. He was the first one that caught coronavirus, right? He was the first one. But the dude's an actor, bro. Like, these guys are actors. He said, cast away our demons of the past for Lysol. They squab in light, solve the problem, clean. They squab in light, solve the problem. Like, light solve the problem sounds like Lysol. Like, yeah, that's a bar right there. And you know what Lysol is, right? It's like the spray, the cleaning solvent. So when you spray like something to clean, you squab it, like squabbing it. So yeah, that's a bar right there. And then clean, like Lysol, clean. Yeah, let's keep going.
See what I mean? My demeanor mad, angry what I can't be. Fear pump, immunity low, community slowed. God's son could fix, amen, pray. That's what we have become. Population control, country reload. Behold the pale white horse.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. This is my shit right here. This is it. I made videos on this when I first started my YouTube channel. Research Event 201. Look into this stuff. Look into this. I've been saying this since before I even knew about Daylyt. I'm telling you. I'm not bullshitting with y'all. Like the Event 201, all of this shit, it's like simulated. This is a planned out event. 100%. See what I mean? My demeanor mad, angry, what I can't be. So my demean or mad, mean or mad, and sounds like demeanor and mad and angry, right? Mean, mad, or angry. That's like the bar right there. Fear pump, immunity low, community slowed. God's son can fix a man. That's a fucking bar right there. Because no God and then amen, right? That's the whole like prayer shit. But if you think about that bar, the sun, God's son, which is also means the sun in the sky. That's really what that means. Is it can fix a man. It can fix like a person, a man. It can fix someone. And he was talking about immunity is low. So when you get the sun, when you get some sun in you, when you get that vitamin D, you start sun gazing, that can boost your immunity. That's really the healer, the cure to this. That's how you know that's like one of the healers to this entire thing, is because they're telling you to stay inside. Get you some sun, man. I'm telling you. And then he said, pray. That's what we've become. And pray references like the God and then amen bar. So pray and then pray. And also pray meaning like predator and prey. We've become the prey. We're being feasted on by the big companies, the people who run this shit, the Jesuits, the people that really pull the strings. We are the prey now. And then he said population control, country reload. Population control. Like I said, man, Georgia Guidestones. He's speaking the real shit. He's speaking the real shit right now.
Reload, behold the pale white horse. Led to the water and drink it, but it's lead in the water. Plenty bottles y'all bought, so let me teach you. That pH 7 finna delete you. Each year, I'm clear of the breach, so I beached it just so I could see clear.
That's a bar. He's dropping some slick bars on this one. That once again, he has the wittiness to it on top of the subject matter. And that's just the formula, the combination between the two is everything I want from rappers. Is when they can still make play on words with this, woke shit that they talk about. It said, behold the pale white horse led to the water and drink it, but there's lead in the water. Because the whole expression, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. He's saying lead to the water and drink it, but there's lead in the water, referencing this matrix and how there's all this bullshit in the water. There's all the chemicals in the water, the lead, the fluoride, the metals, all this shit. That expression right there can reference the idea of knowledge, right? Because that's what the whole thing is about, is you lead the horse to the water, but you can't make him drink. You lead someone to knowledge, but you can't make them, want to consume that. They got to want to do it for themselves. So he's saying, when he says there's lead in the water, that's like saying even when people try to find the truth, there's still some bullshit you got to sift through. And that's so crazy how you can interpret that like that and how it works. It's really like something special, man. Plenty bottles y'all bought. Now let me teach you that pH 7 finna delete you each year. Yeah, so when you have that low pH, that shit's gonna fuck up your body. If you got have acidic blood and acidic diet, that shit is gonna delete you. It's gonna fuck up your body and it will create more mucus, which means you will get sick. And I'm not saying I got the highest pH ever, man. That's not what I'm like. I'm not perfect. We're not perfect. I get it. So do what you can, but try to stay on the level of, above a 7 pH. You want to be on the alkaline side of things, because when there's no mucus in your body, you can't get sick. Let's keep going.
Borders can't barter, levy departed. Are you ready, Carter? They must bomb with heavy water. We did not see it coming for the block. This a hiccup, click up for the SWAT sticker, nigga. Niggas claim they're G with the 5 to 5G arrive. can you survive?
Yeah. Yep. 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 And we did not see it coming. For the block, it's a hiccup. Click up for the SWAT, sticka. Like, bruh, did you get the Nazi and then swastika reference? We did not see it coming. We didn't see it, right? Like, we didn't see it. And also, we did not see it. Nazi. Like, yeah, that's a bar. So we didn't see this shit coming, right? For the block, it's a hiccup. Like, it's like, oh, this is a hiccup. This is just a roadblock. Like, this is just, oh, like a fuck up, you know? And then he said click up for the SWAT, stick swastika, and then SWAT stick. As the SWAT stick that probably references like the SWAT team with the nightstick, the SWAT stick. So yeah, that's a bar. And he said, dudes claim they a G with the 5 till the 5G arrive. That's a bar right there, man. Like, he's really talking that talk. He's saying dudes claim they a G, they a gangster with the 5, with the gun, right? I'm referencing maybe like the 5 grand or something, 5G, right? 5Gs until the 5G arrive. And if you know what if you've seen my video talking about the 5G shit, it's real, bro. That's a real thing. It's already up all around us. Back when this song came out, they was starting to put up them towers. They was starting to put up all that shit that you see now. And there's so many independent studies that tell you the harmful effects of radiation from 5G. So I'm telling you, do your research on this. Do your research. Stop believing what the experts tell you. The experts are paid off by people. Look up for independent studies. Don't trust the mainstream. The mainstream is paid off. The mainstream has sponsors they have to report to and are paid by them to push an agenda. And like I said, if you already know, you already know that. On top of that, they sync this shit up like it's a ritual. Let's keep going.
All them J's you bought is now useless. My folks would have been ready, but due to the radio, they not. Plot got us in shock. Circles would have been done if it wasn't for Dot. When he came around with the ancient sound of the ancestors. Whole follow with 3 folds, but behold, that's what we was in. 2 deep, peep, sleeping giants. You think Thanos is fake? Well, look at Zion.
Oh my God, man. Oh, man. Man. All them J's you bought now is useless, because when it comes down to a survival situation, the material shit will never matter. All the flashy clothes, that shit not gonna matter, man. What does matter is what he was saying. My folks would have been ready, but due to the radio, they not. Saying my folks would have been ready for this shit. They would have known this was coming. They would have known to stock up on their food, to get their own land, to start growing their own shit. But the radio, the media is not allowing them to think like that. Media is controlling their mind to submit to their system. He's saying the plot got us in shock. Circles would have been done if it wasn't for Dot. Like circle, dot, right? Like that's the whole thing, right? And he's saying like circles would have been done if it wasn't for Dot. Like we would have been doing circles around this shit, right? We would have been ready for this shit. While I was editing this video, I noticed I didn't mention K Dot Kendrick. Circles would have been done if it wasn't for Dot, if it wasn't for Kendrick, because Daylyt's from Watts, California, right? And Kendrick, if there wasn't Kendrick, there would be some crazy shit going on in the hood right now. So that's what he's saying. He's shouting out Kendrick. I think he referenced Jay-Z after that. So he's talking about the rap game and how Kendrick really saved the rap game. And he was saying he came in with a flow, like a biblical flow of the ancestors. And that's what Kendrick was. He was on that high power shit, the real ancient shit. So I know that's a reference to Kendrick, and I just forgot to include it. So I just want to let y'all in on that. Appreciate y'all, man. You're saying you think Thanos is fake? Well, look at Zion. I'm sure he's referencing Zion Williamson, like, because Zion's a fucking giant and he's only like 19, 20 years old, like my age. Like, the dude's like 6'9", 280 something. So yeah.
Imagine if he was general for the brother army thing. That nigga could tackle army tanks.
Facts.
If y'all try.
That is facts. He literally said
for our gods.
We said facts at the same time, because I'm telling you, We just know. We just know. Like, he knows he's spitting the facts. He knows he's talking to him. Like, imagine if a guy like Zion or the dudes that you see in the NBA was part of like the brother army, like he was saying. Like, if he was part of, you know, the army that you build in your own community. Imagine if he was the one like that was leading that instead of being an NBA basketball player. Imagine if you was helping your community and you was like, you know, being the one that would lead the charge in your army, your community's militia or whatever. He would be able to tackle tanks. He'll be able to, you would not get past him. Let's keep going, man.
Facts, if y'all try, the NBA is the trap for all gods.
I told y'all.
Dark side of the moon is now in tune. Kiss my black ass, I'm over the backlash. I act rational so the career could break out. Some bump the music, some niggas is clueless. Stacy dashing, gratefully past great was a higher purpose. Till I got hired by the hires to revive the surface. Wise nigga.
Fuck. This guy's going crazy right now. The dark side of the moon is now attuned. Kiss my black ass, dark side of the moon, my black ass, because you know how like you moon someone? Yeah, that's a bar right there. I'm over the backlashing. Oh, kiss my black ass, I'm over the backlashing? Nah, because he's talking about like he's talking about black, being black, right? And when black people were slaves and they would get whipped, they would have lashes on their backlashes. And he's saying, I'm over the backlash and I'm tired of being a slave. Nah, and also like just the backlash. I'm tired of receiving backlash from people, right? That's a fucking bar, bro. Oh my goodness. He said, I act rational so the career could break out. Is that like an acne bar right there? I feel like that's like referencing a skincare, like acne type of thing. I'm just like missing the interpretation there, but let me know in the comments. He was saying, was a higher purpose till I got hired by the hires to revive the surface. Like, because he's talking about the surface, right? This is the surface. And I got hired by the hires to revive the surface. That's a fucking bar right there. He's using hire like as if you hire someone for a job, and also like hire in terms of your position. And he's saying I got hired by the hires. Is he talking about like I got hired by the higher ups, like the people, like maybe the gods? I got hired by them to help bring light. That maybe he's that maybe that's what that means right there, and that's a bar. All right, let's keep going, man.
Wise nigga with energy. I'm at the table with top. Look at this imagery. Punch told me don't hold back, nigga. Hold that. Daylight savers, nigga. No cap. This time back up, nigga. Act up. If I go on tour, then I'm the cure.
Oh my god. The wordplay. The wordplay, baby. Come on. Come on now. He is so witty with this. This one is completely about his wit and talking about the current events at the same time. I love it, bro. I love it. Said a wise dude with energy. I'm at the table with top. Look at the imagery. Because like a tabletop, like that, like and then the imagery, you got like you could picture what he's saying. I'm at the table with Top, which is referencing Top Dog, who is Punch. Punch is the CEO of Top Dog Entertainment, which is, you know, the Kendrick Lamar, Schoolboy Q. You know, we got TDE reactions on the channel. Y'all know the vibes. So yeah, and also like tabletop. So picture the scenery. I'm at the table with Top Dog. Look at the imagery. So yeah, picture that in your head. Saying Punch told me, don't hold back. Hold that. Daylyt save us, no cap. And when he said Daylyt save us, it sounded like daylight savings. And this song came out in March, when daylight savings happens, because we just went through daylight savings. So yeah, that's a bar right there. And he's saying Daylyt save us, which sounded like savings. So yeah, because this song is about the cure, right? Daylight is the one to bring the cure. You want to know how I know he was talking about daylight savings? Because the bar right after he said, this time back up, dude, act up. Because daylight savings references time. He said this time. The reason he said this time back up, because usually with daylight savings, you move your clocks forward, spring forward, right? You move it forward. But he's saying this time back up. Back the clocks up. And also like back up, meaning like, oh, like watch out, bro, like back up. So yeah, that he's spitting bars right there. That's fucking genius, dude. No rapper can have me think about two lines like that other than Daylyt. Daylyt's the only rapper that can just get me to try to look at these lines in like 4 different lenses. It's insane. Let's keep going.
If I go on tour, then I'm the cure. To the Rona persona, to all the fellas who say they got a cure, the pedicure will nail us. Tell us what they want, sell us what they will. I can't do what I will, do what I will. Do it out in the public,
Absol,
attack
baby.
the mass. What if the Rona was put inside of the mask? You put it right on your mouth and nose and closed it. You enclosed it, the virus is focused.
Bro, this is what I mean when you are a truth seeker, when you a free thinker, when you enlightened, you ask those type of questions. You ask those abstract questions. And I was asking that question, and I still feel skeptical about the masks and obviously, you know, the vaccines, right? And also the tests. I do not trust what's in those tests. Do not think those tests are safe for y'all. Saying to the Rona personas, to all the fellas who say they got a cure, the pedicure. So yeah, he's just saying that who say they got the cure, pedicure. Yeah. Tell us what they want. Sell us what they will. I can't do what I will. Do what thou wilt. Nah. That's such a crazy, crazy, crazy line. Tell us what they want, sell us what they will. That describes the media nowadays. They tell people what they want to hear, so they give you a problem. They give you a problem and they tell you and reinforce all these things you want to hear. They hit the talking points, but they sell you what they will do. They sell you what they want. They don't sell you what you want to hear. They sell you what they're offering. They offer the solution. It's problem, reaction, solution. They create the problems and they bring in their solution. That's how this shit works. That's how it's worked throughout time. Because they want people to look up to them like they're gods. And that's what I mean. Is as simple as that. I can do what I will. Do what thou wilt. And do what thou wilt, man. Like, that's referencing Ab-Soul's album. And he was talking about Top Dog Entertainment. I'm at the table with Punch. So yeah, he's the do what thou will is a reference to Ab-Soul, and also just like do what thou wilt, the saying from Aleister Crowley, I think. So yeah, and this is referencing because Aleister Crowley was talking about like Satanism, right? The people who are doing this are fucking satanic, bro. This is a bar right there. Then he said, do it out in public, attack the mass. What if the Rona was put inside of the mask? He's saying if you do it out in public, meaning like if you don't wear a mask out in public, you're attacking the masses, right? Or like attack the mass, meaning like attack the church. Because I think, you know, like maybe like a shooting at a church or something. He was talking about do what thou wilt, which is talking about Aleister Crowley, who was associated with like the Satanism shit, right? And he's saying do it out in public, attack the mass. The mass is associated with Catholicism, Christianity, right? The religion now. And also like attack the mass, meaning like, oh, if I'm not wearing this out in public, I'm attacking someone, right? Because, oh, what if I spread it to somebody? And this is where he asked this insane question. What if they put that shit inside of the mask? Instead of saying like, oh, what you say outward, your droplets that come out are gonna make you sick. Nah, what if they put that shit inside? Instead of it being something that gets spread through transmission of something coming out, what if it's put inside of something? That's a fucking bar. And he said you put it right on your mouth and nose and closed it. You sealed it into your body shut. It's a bar right there. Let's keep going. He's spitting that real shit. This is the truth that people don't like hearing, and you get called crazy for this.
You enclosed it, the virus is focused. Nobody told you it's the fast way to die. Look at the tag or the mask made in China.
Facts.
Well, they got y'all with lures. This is the cure.
Talk to him. Talk to him. Talk to him. Why is this track not on the radio right now? This track needs to be on the radio, and I know it never will be, but imagine if this one got out there at the time that this happened. Imagine. He said, you enclosed if the virus is focused. He's saying you're fucked, you're enclosed if the virus is focused on a certain area. Like, you're just gonna get sick. And that's referencing, like, what if it was put in the mask? Like, you're literally, you're giving yourself the shit. And he said, nobody told you it's the fast way to die by cutting off your connection to the air and wearing this shit that can fuck up your breathing. The masks, that the surgical masks have, I believe, like chemicals, harmful chemicals in them too. So this is what I'm saying is, like, you're breathing in chemicals no matter what. You're breathing in something that's killing you, which is why I say take it off. Look at the tags or the mask made in China, woo. He said, like, made in China, woo, because the masks were made in China, right? And the virus came from Wuhan, China. That's a bar right there, man. They got y'all with lures. This is the cure. This song is definitely the cure, man. He put you on game to this one. He put you on game. And look at the cover art for this. Look at the cover art for this. That's what this could turn into. And if we don't go about this right, man, and we're not. I'm just saying, man, I just watched I Am Legend for the first time today, too. On a side note, I just watched I Am Legend for the first time. And this is like, this is giving me I Am Legend vibes. So, yeah. And it's funny because I Am Legend is literally happening right now as we speak. It's the beginning where, you know, the savior, the cure is being manufactured out to everybody, right? Everybody's getting this in their arm, right? But what if that infects people down the road 10 years from now, 3 years from now? Who knows? So that was Daylyt with The Cure. This was definitely a track heavily focused on the message here. So I like, the beat wasn't my favorite. The message here was something that definitely needs to be said right now throughout to everybody, especially to my people out in California and on the West Coast. Because, bro, it's so strict over here with all these lockdowns and restrictions. Like, people just scared of everything, I feel like. And if you listen to a track like this, you're gonna realize this shit got some game in here that can put you on, and you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to wear this around your face or get this in your arm. You won't have to, because you just know how to take care of yourself. If I go out on the streets right now, everybody looks like a fucking zombie. And like, if they heard a song like this, I wish they heard a song like this and could just open their mind to this shit and realize we're literally being plotted against right now. This is an agenda. It's an agenda, man. This shit is done by the numbers. They use the celebrities to push this narrative even more. The Kobe Bryants, the Tom Hanks, right? They don't tell you if even like the masks that you're wearing have some harmful things in them. And they also don't even mention the importance of your diet and having a pH that's above 7. They don't tell you nothing about that, because that's what really makes you healthy. It just goes to show, man, like, Daylyt is speaking the truth. People get censored for this, man. People really get censored for this. I won't be surprised if this one gets marked for something later down the road on my channel. You know, I mean, I'm willing to put this out here because this message needs to be relayed, especially in 2021, a year later from when this track came out. We're doing, in my opinion, this is coming from me, from who lives in California, which is the first place that locked down and the last place to open. I really don't think we're getting anywhere with this shit. We're getting people, you know, DNA altering shots that is going to screw up their entire DNA RNA sequence. And we're not telling them to focus on their diet and exercise and get some sun to help you survive a virus that kills less than 1% of the population. 99.95% of the people live. Like, and we're shutting down everything and treating this like the apocalypse. Like, this is ridiculous. And the fact that people still think this isn't an agenda is insane to me. It's insane. But hey, man, you gotta let people sleep. You gotta let people want to do this research for themselves. So that's gonna do it. I know I've been talking way too much, and I've gone on like a lot of rants throughout this video, because this one is just hits home to me personally, because I live it, right? You live it too. So you know I had to come with the message on top of what Daylyt was giving us. So you know the vibes. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like, be sure to drop a comment. Don't forget to subscribe. Feel free to request more reactions in the comments. It's been your boy Unseen. I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace.